What's going on, people? It's your boy Calwu. Welcome to another episode of Planetwu. Before we get started, let me freaking mute my phone real quick. So I don't get a bunch of calls because my phone been blowing up all day. I was at my doctor's appointment this morning. My phone was still blowing up all day. Actually, let me shed a little light too. Get some natural lighting. Let me turn this light. Turn this. Open the window. All right. Since today I went to the doctor, I figured it would be appropriate to talk about the anime Dr. Ramune Mystery Disease Specialist. That's what it is. Dr. Ramune Mystery Disease Specialist. In the anime, I have, as if you've seen the previous video, I'll put the link for it above. And before I continue, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. It helps support me. My goal is to get to 100 subscribers. I got, 25 days left to get to 100 subscribers. All your help is appreciated. In the previous video, I talked about how Dr. Ramune helped a kid who mysterious disease was actually getting popcorns in his head. Or popcorn springing from his head. And Dr. Ramune is filled with like crazy different diseases. Like one of them, actually, let me just break down the premise again for those that didn't see the video. Dr. Ramune, Mystery Disease Specialist, is about the main character, Dr. Ramune, and his apprentice, Kuro, as they help people. So first, they diagnose and they help people solve their diseases. What makes this anime extremely interesting is the fact that he has a quick fix cure that's only temporary, and then he has the long-term cure. And he always allows his patients to decide which they want. And most people just want the quick fix. So, for example, this little girl, she was in such pain that her mother didn't listen to her, that she would frequently cry condiments. Yes, she would cry condiments. I mean, like, shed tears, and it'd be ketchup or mayo or like soy sauce and things of that nature. That junk was so crazy and ridiculous. And, and she didn't want to hurt her mother's feelings by being completely honest with her that her mother, that she kind of took the quick fix and kind of shut up and just did it. And it was, I forgot what it was, but it was something that where it made it to where she didn't cry, but it was only temporary. And then it got to a point where she couldn't, where she just told the truth all the time. She couldn't fake it anymore. And her mother tried to figure out what was wrong with her. And Ramune ended up showing up and pretty much, made her mother sacrifice. Like, yo, the disease is far too gone. So at this point, you got to sacrifice what you love. And her mother was into all the jewelry and stuff because her daughter was a famous child actress. So she literally had to get rid of like all her name brand stuff, all her jewelry, all that good stuff, and like burn it all in order to cure her daughter properly. And then, Ramune is like, yeah, this is going to happen again unless you face this thing and, let your daughter know like what's what. Like you can't check out like this and just kind of let your daughter be in despair. So that one was pretty interesting. Another interesting one for me was where a guy came to him because his dick turned into a chikuwa. And yes, I did say it, his penis, his Johnson, his member was a chikuwa, which is a Japanese food. It's a jelly-like food that's wrapped around bamboo that consists of fish, salt, sugar, some starches, some egg whites, and some other little additives, and they mix it all together, and then they wrap it around a bamboo stick or a metal stick, and then steam it or broil it. And chikuwa loosely translates into bamboo ring because of the shape it's in. When they cut it up or whatnot, it looks like bamboo when they cut it up, and it looks like a ring. So, my man's dick turned into a chikuwa. And Ramune was like, yo, So tell me about yourself. My man's like, yeah, I got all these chicks I'm smashing. So I need this fix like right now. What you got for me? So Ramune is like, okay, you want the quick fix, or you want the long term fix that you gotta like work towards? He like, Doc, give me the quick fix. Fuck all that long term shit. So Ramune like, all right, here you go. Here go cloth. What you do is you put the cloth on your dick, and it'll make it look like it's normal. So he like, for real? Bet, Doc. I'm with it. Thank you. You cure me. Here go your money. Appreciate it. Peace out. Throws it on. My man's is complete and utter trash. Anybody that's watching this, nobody, regardless of what their gender is or what they identify as, should play with people's feelings and emotions. This dude was straight trash, and his dick turned into a fish-like food product was very becoming, or it serves him right. So he was smashing a bunch of chicks. You know what I'm saying? Being sexually liberated, that's whatever. I ain't judging him. That's whatever. That's neither here nor there. The issue is that this fool freaking was dealing with, I think, 5 or 7 different chicks, and he had a ring for each girl. So the ring, he gave each girl like a promise ring that was specialized to that girl. And every time he would see that specific girl, he would put that ring on, smash them, kiss them, they'll dip out. You know what I'm saying? When they leave, 5-10 minutes later, next girl stroll up, he take them back into the hotel, smash that chick out, and rinse and repeat. And this was like a daily thing for this guy. And the chick that he fell in love with was a chick that worked in a diner, and that was pretty much the only chick he didn't smash. And at this point, it became a thing of the heart. Because one of the things with the diseases is the diseases always manifest based on if a person goes against like what they truly feel, what they truly want. These mysterious diseases pop up and manifest to get the people to recognize and realize what they really want. So this guy with the churro dick with the cloth over it to make it look real is still once again smashing all these chicks, and after a while the cloth ain't work, and chew penis, here he is. So he go to Ramune like, yo, you said this was gonna fix it, blah blah blah. He was like, I told you this was a temporary quick fix. This is what you chose. So and the cloth has done its job, so it's not gonna work for you no more. So you ready for the permanent fix? The dude like, yeah, okay. Give me the permanent fix. What do I need to do? He's like, okay, so all those rings you got from all those chicks you smashed, put them on your finger. So now my man's finger is a chikuwa. And he's a chikuwa. I said chikuwa, a chikuwa. And he's like, so now you have to, in order for your finger to turn back to normal, you need to go and tell every single girl the truth. And every time you tell a girl, a ring will come off. And that much of your finger will turn back to normal. So my man is literally girl after girl. Yup. You know, yeah, I'm smashing a bunch of chicks. I lied to you. I don't care about you. I don't love you. But slap in the face, take off the ring. Punch in the nuts, take off the ring. Just pretty much getting his just desserts for playing with these girls, these women's feelings, and finally get the ring off. And I'm like, yo, this anime is extremely dope. And it's just a bunch of stuff like that where people are, like I said, people aren't listening to like what their desires, what they truly want, and just kind of just doing whatever, whether it's for pleasure or to make other people happy, or like, you know, to shut themselves down and like hide themselves and make themselves less than to make other people feel more than, and things of that nature. So the anime is extremely dope. And then you got dope characters like Grandma Ayame, which is, she looks like a little girl, but she's an old woman who's been around, if I'm not mistaken, for 200 years, 250 years or something like that. Kuro's a really dope character. He's definitely a contrast from Dr. Ramune. Ramune is very outgoing, funny, and I I would say, vain in a sense, because he's always calling himself handsome. But we can always attest that to him just being confident and living in his confidence. And he has a very big heart for the people he helps. Like, he has more than a doctor-patient relationship. It's kind of like, yo, we friends, and this is me being a friend trying to help you type deal. Which makes it interesting, whereas his student Kudo, or his apprentice Kudo, is kind of like, yeah, let's just help him, let's keep it going, and, you know, keep it moving. But then he slowly changed once it started hitting close to home with the video that I talked about before with his classmate Shun, and with the popcorn hair. So him helping Shun out, and then he understood like why Ramune treats his patients the way that he does, because that's just him being true to who he is, having a real heart for people. Then you got Shun is a dope character. He kind of becomes a reoccurring thing once he shows up. Nico is really dope. He's a blind guy that works with Ayame, or works for Ayame at their shop. They have a relic shop where they sell different mysterious tools to help the doctors, and like sell like different curiosities and things of that nature. It's a really dope shop. And Nico has like a shining moment in episode 5, I want to say, or it might have been episode 3, because that's when they went to the shop. And some of the relics that you see, Ramune's, he has like this little mysterious magical bird that's like his sidekick, and you get to see his teacher, the actual person who taught him, is this guy named Momiji, and you see how they're complete opposites. Momiji is definitely separates himself from his patients and try and teach the same thing to Ramune, but you know Ramune is being Ramune, gonna be himself at all times. So seeing how they interact is interesting. Seeing Ramune's complete fear of this guy is, and like he shows a fear and a reverence for this guy, which is great. Yeah, the anime is just really dope. It just finished the other day. I loved every moment that I watched. The mysteries make it really good, and then you eventually get to a point where you start seeing their backstory. So you see Ramune's backstory, you see how him and Kuro meets, and then you end up finding out things about all the characters, and it's just a lovely show. It's well put together. I know. Listening to the cast, to each episode, I talk about how I enjoy these animes. I really don't talk about the negatives of these ones, and for the most part, for a lot of these, there is no negatives. But this week, I will be giving you a negative. So just come back and check on us. And that's it for this episode, Dr. Ramune review. Once again, this is calwu. Thanks for checking me out. Thanks for rocking with me. It's calwu from planetwu signing off. Peace.
Bear witness to the greatest. When you see me, success is a part of my nature. I'm from the deep. I know the streets.